Hi, nice to meet you. My name's Casey.
My name's Chris.
If you want to go ahead and step into my office, you can take a seat wherever you like. Okay, so I just want to go ahead and start off by saying thank you for coming today. And I do want to let you know that anything that's said in here is completely confidential unless there's any case or you stating that there's self-harm or harm to others, or if it's court ordered, at that point it's not going to be confidential, but it is a safe place, so feel free to express anything. And I just want to let you know a little bit about me. My name's Casey, and I'm a current student at Lindsey Wilson, going to school for counseling. And what about you?
My name is Chris. I have 2 kids that are in middle school, and a wife.
That's good. And do you have any questions before?
No.
Okay, so what brings you in today?
Well, I've just been having some debilitating fear, I guess. I lost my job that I had for a really long time, and I'm just looking for a job, and we have the kids to support. My wife isn't working as much, so we aren't making ends meet that well, and I'm just kind of depressed, I guess.
So you lost your job?
Yeah.
And you have a lot of bills to pay, and it's causing you fear and stress, and
Yeah.
So how long did you have the job for?
A little over 15 years.
So it was a major loss when you left a company that you were with for a long time?
Yeah, and it was like a manufacturing job, so it wasn't like a high skilled. I don't have a tech degree or any certifications or anything, so I was getting paid good there, and I won't be able to find that somewhere else.
Yeah. So it causes fear.
Yeah, because I can't make ends meet, and I'm also gonna, take a pay cut now that we got laid off.
So were you the supporter of the family prior to?
Yeah. I made the most of the money, so.
You said that your wife didn't work as much. Is she part-time, or?
Yeah, she's part-time.
Yeah. So because you lost your job, what have you been doing?
I've been applying for jobs, but not much. I kind of put it off. Like when the kids are at school and stuff, I'm afraid of what I might get, I guess. So I don't put in many applications, and I keep putting it off. I don't have any motivation. I'm just depressed, and I sit at home all day.
Yeah. So you're afraid of what you might get offered, or you're afraid of what you might not get?
Both, I guess. I don't think it will pay as much as my last job, because I was there for 15 years, and I don't know what I'll get.
And that causes the fear and maybe stress? Do you get stressed out?
Definitely stress.
Mm-hmm.
I was stressed originally with it, and I guess just not putting in the applications and procrastinating so much, I got depressed about it. And I have no motivation at all to put in applications, and my wife really wants me to, because she's paying whatever she can on the bills, and I'm just taking the kids to school at this point. So.
Yeah. So, about how many applications do you think you've put in?
Probably 2 in the past 2 months.
Yeah. Have you done anything to try and help, yourself get motivation to, get yourself out there again and apply to jobs, or?
No, when I do, it's kind of I'm going to do this. I'm pre-contemplating it. I'm just going to be tomorrow I'm going to put in all these applications, and I just don't. I always find some excuse why I shouldn't type deal.
So you get motivated, you have the motivation, it's just that fear keeps on stopping you from actually doing the applications and putting them in.
Yeah.
And you're scared because you may not get the job that you're applying for, and you're scared of that you may not be able to do the job?
Yeah. I mean, I haven't applied for a job in the 16, 15 years,
Yeah.
so I don't, I haven't been on an interview in that long too, so, and I can't say much other than I worked in a factory on an assembly line.
Yeah.
So I had a one specific job at this factory, and it doesn't really translate well.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when coal miners go out of work, they don't have much to go to.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a job in that same field, but it all starts at a certain pay, and experience doesn't count, but a couple dollars raise, and
Mm-hmm.
that's not near what I was making at this last job. So
Yeah. But when you started the job, you started at like the bottom line, and then you built yourself up, so
Yeah.
you gained experience.
Mhm.
You did. That's what you did. And each time you gained experience, did you get some form of gratification or positivity out of that, or pride maybe out of that accomplishment? in being
yeah, I
in
was
the
proud that
company?
I was somewhere for so long.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that's something to be proud of, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So whenever you go to apply for jobs, you could always look at it as, you dedicated those 15 years to that job, and, that's going to show another company that you're dedicated
Mhm.
to being there for a long time. You're dedicated to improving and getting better and actually knowing the job,
Mhm.
right? So that's a good thing. That's something going for you,
Yeah.
that you're dedicated.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, I was stable. I was a stable worker. I was always on time, and I was never late or called in.
So those are all
So,
good things.
Yeah, and I mean, I know the people there. I mean, I got laid off, so I know they're
Yeah.
good references. It's just,
Yeah.
I'm just scared of,
Yeah.
going on interviews and getting rejected, or not getting a job that can support my family,
Yeah.
or getting a job that they tell me one thing, and when I get there, it's completely different, and I've wasted my time.
Yeah.
And what do I do?
Yeah.
So.
So yeah, those are valid fears. It's it's something to be scared of, and I would be scared of it as well. But you have all of these wonderful attributes about yourself. You're dedicated to your job, and you worked up the line, and you invested time to get to know their company. And those are what other companies are going to look for, right?
Mhm.
You think? Yeah. So, what do you think you're wanting to do? Or wanting out of this? What do you see yourself doing to improve from this situation?
So I guess just get more motivation to put in applications and try to get a job. I mean, mainly to get a job so I can provide for my family.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Um, but I just, like I said, I'm kind of depressed about it, and
Yeah.
The situation at home is not good with us being, on back rent and owing
Yeah.
money to everybody and having to charge groceries, and so that's just super stressful. And
For sure, yeah. Definitely. So, I remember you saying that you applied to a couple of jobs. Do you remember what you felt like when you applied for those jobs? Like afterwards, what did you feel when you applied for those jobs?
I felt good. I felt productive.
Yeah.
I texted my wife and told her that I put in for this job and about it and stuff. But I put in the one application, and I'd be like, maybe I might hear something from these people, and I'd wait a day and then, start getting depressed again because I haven't heard anything. So it started off with me being super excited about it and thinking, envisioning myself working there and bragging about it.
Yeah. So it was all positive feelings that you got from putting in those applications. So, do you think you'd be willing to maybe go ahead and take away some homework, from this session, and maybe use it to? So what I want to go ahead and see, or something you'd be willing to do is go ahead and try, to keep on applying for jobs. I think, since your girls are off at school, you have some time to go ahead and just apply, to different jobs. Why don't you try to apply to maybe like 5 different jobs, and then after that, maybe write down the feelings that you had after applying. Since they're positive, you can go ahead and go back to these and remember them. And then you know, whenever you feel any doubt or when you feel fear or when you feel stress, you can go back to your notes and read these and realize, you know, I'm being productive. I'm doing all that I can do for my family. And I feel confident within myself that I'm going to get a job that's just as good as the one that I had before.
Yeah.
You know, that I have a lot to offer for the companies that I'm going for, you know? So it'll keep you motivated. It'll give you some positivity until you start getting calls to get a job. Do you think you'd be willing to do that?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, I think that'd be nice.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and try to do that. And then, you know, I just want to go ahead and just summarize this session. And, you know, you came in today and you do have fear, a little bit of fear and stress and depression that's stopping you from applying to jobs. But that's normal. You know, you dedicated a lot of time to a company and, you know, you got laid off, and that's a big thing. So we want to go ahead and take, you know, positivity out of your experience with that company. And so, you know, you're going to go ahead and try to apply to 5 different jobs, and then go ahead and write down your feelings so it gives you extra motivation throughout the week until you come back. And then we'll go ahead and go from there and, you know, get you going on the right track. But is there any other questions that you may have for me today or about the session, or, you know, any comments, anything?
No, I feel good about coming here.
That's
and, you know, I feel like we're going to fix the problem. So.
For sure, yeah. We'll definitely get it fixed together. Well, I do want to thank you for sharing, and I want to thank you for coming. And it was nice meeting you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for your time.
All right, you're welcome. You have a great night.
You too.
Bye.
Do you know why I laughed?